New Japan Pro Wrestling put on the second consecutive night of their biggest show of the year, Wrestle Kingdom. This was night 2, and it took place in the Tokyo Dome, and you had a crowd of 30,000 people, which is, I think, 10,000 less from the previous night, which was 40,000, but together that's 70,000 people. That's a success for sure when you look at it overall. I understand in a situation where you have people traveling from, a lot of people that actually were traveling from the United States, and you had a lot of Japanese fans there too. It is going to be tough to sell out 2 straight nights, but the fact that you got a lot of people there, that does tell you something. I think WWE will most likely follow suit. I think it's only a matter of time before WrestleMania becomes a 2-night show. It's going to happen. I don't think it's even an if. I think it's just when. So you had the pre-show, and there were some issues getting into the show, but not on the pre-show. The main card, yes. Anyway, you had the Gauntlet match for never Openweight 6-man tag team champion. You had the champions Ryusuke, Taguchi, Togo, Makabe, and Toru. They were against Robbie Eagles, Yoshi-Hashi, and Tomohiro Ishii. They had Shingo, Tagi, and Evil. You had Yamashimaka, Kanuma, Al Desperado, and Taichi, and then you had the Bullet Club, which was Chase Owens, Yuji, Takahashi, and Bad Luck Fale. This was okay. This was fine. This is the Gauntlet matches. I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of Gauntlet matches. It's a pre-show match. It's the kind of thing that you do. I'm still mad. I want to see the fucking Battle Royal. Fuck you, New Japan. Give me the fucking Battle Royal. Why can't we see the goddamn Battle Royal? Why? Why aren't we getting a Battle Royal? Why do we have to watch this shit? I wanted to watch the fucking Battle Royal. I love watching it every fucking wrestle. I didn't get it this year. I'm pissed off. Fuck you guys. Anyway. Main card finally starts. You actually had new champions here. You had Bushi, Shingo, Takagi, and or Takagi and Evil. Those are your new Never Openweight champions, by the way. So the show starts off, and there's a lot of problems the way it started. You have Jushin Thunder Liger's retirement match starting the show, which was going to be Jushin Thunder Liger and Naoki Sano against Ryu Lee and the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, the new one, Hiromu Takahashi. So here we go. A lot happened here. I didn't really get to see much of the match. I hear it was okay. I mean, I read reports online. Some people liked it. Some people said it was good. What I know happened was it was supposed to be entertaining. It was good from reports. And how it ended was Jushin Thunder Liger taking a tiger bomb, I believe from Ryu Lee, if I'm not mistaken. Or it could have been Takahashi. One of them gave him a tiger bomb, and he pinned Jushin Thunder Liger 1, 2, 3. And Liger gets pinned for the second consecutive night. Some people are going to like it. Some people are going to be annoyed. Some people will say, I mean, you could have given him one. I thought you could have at least had him win yesterday. You can have him lose on his, he takes the fall on his way out, but could have given him at least one win, but he does lose. What happened was both Lee and Takahashi showed respect to Jushin Thunder Liger after the match. After the match, Liger takes the mic and spoke to the crowd and said in the dome, Jushin Thunder Liger, the professional wrestler, was born, and today the professional wrestler is no more. For 31 years, thank you for your support. Thank you dearly. It was fantastic. There was reports of fans crying in the crowd. Liger shook hands with Sanu, then he took the dome crowd and one last time before exiting the ring, just getting that big emotion. It was an amazing moment. It was an amazing ending. He embraced fans, and they said there's going to be a retirement ceremony at New Year's Dash. Here's the problem, New Japan. For whatever reason, the stream cut out. It happened to me. I'm reading a report online. It happened to me. I didn't get to see the shit. The fucking stream went out. So many people were pitching about this. I've been going Twitter more. I wanted to see what was going on, so I typed in, and my one was having this. Everyone's freaking out. Like, why is fucking happening with Liger's retiring? But anyway, it happened. Here it was good. I'll watch it after it's done. I didn't get to see it live. Thank you, Jushin Thunder Liger. Amazing career. Fortunately, I didn't get to see it. Next, you go to the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match, which is Roppongi, and these are the tag team titles: Roppongi 3K, Sho and Yo against El Phantasmo and Taijiro Ishiyomi. There were some problems with the stream as well, so I missed a lot of this. From what I heard, it was good. So, it seemed like a decent matchup. It was fine. We have new tag team champions. Roppongi 3K gets the belts. We'll see how they do. I thought there's something about the show. Like, it does feel like it lost some of its luster. It's still a good show, but the second hour, I hate to say it, it does not feel as special as a show. Like last year, I felt special. In the years when I watch it, it did lose some of its luster, but it's 2 hours. But it was still fine. Roppongi 3K anyway gets their new tag team champions. What happens next is when the show gets really good. You have the Revolution Pro British Heavyweight Championship match. You have Zack Sabre Jr. against Sanada. An absolutely fantastic matchup. I thought this was great. So there was so much reversals, twists, and turns in this match. It was basically, if you like mat wrestling, if you like near falls, if you like roll-ups, they did every single type of roll-up you would see. It's basically just them wrestling, and they kept getting into pinning combinations, using their bodies and maneuvering in ways. It was super entertaining. There was a lot of flips from Sabre. There was one on the outside that was nasty. There was a brutal spot on the outside in which Sabre, I think he had something close to it was Sanada. Sanada hit the big spot on the outside. It was basically a pescado on the outside. Again, they beat up each other in the ring. It was such a fun match to watch. It was basically like watching, not necessarily a shoot, but like watching two guys trying to pin each other in the most creative different ways. And there was a sleeper hold submission that was used for a while near the end. They beat each other up like 4 rounds later. Then they go back and forth with the pinfall and submission near falls. There was submissions where it looked like it could be the end. Eventually, how it ends is Sabre gets him in a backland bridge pinfall, but it's a close near fall. But then Sabre goes back for the for the Dragon Sleeper. But Sabre, he gets him into another bridge and he pins him. This was a really good physical match, and it was basically like wrestling from its purest view. And there was a bit too much flip stuff. Maybe it could use a bit more realism, but I thought this was a very well done match. I really enjoyed it. Next, you went to John Moxley against Juice Robinson. Wow, I was surprised how much I liked this. I thought this was great. I was a little looking forward to it because Moxley, I knew like what he does in New Japan. I didn't know if they were going to let him have that kind of match again because he did the previous night, but this was a fantastic matchup. This was a brawl. This was a fight. This was a beating by both guys. I thought Juice did really well here. I've never been a huge fan of Juice, but I thought he did great in this match. You see some fights. They bring in chairs. It look like, all right, we're going to get another death match like we saw yesterday. No, not at all. They beat each other up in the ring. It's a physical match. Moxley got his ass kicked all of last night, but it wasn't necessarily the same way here. There were some hard punches in the match too. I thought that was pretty good. There was a ring post figure 4. Moxley is able to he gets a chair. He's about to hit Juice, but Juice hits him with the Rate of God punch, and he punches the chair right into Moxley's face. That looked nasty. It looked awesome there. They have some near falls. Juice basically hits a jackhammer onto Moxley. A Moxley kick. So it was basically like a superplex, and then he holds onto it and he hits a jackhammer. I thought that was really cool. Even though it's not realistic, I've seen that spot a bit too much times, but I think it works well. They come near the end where it looks like someone's going to get the finisher. They hit each other hard with some slaps there. It looked fucking painful. Juice goes for his finisher, and he goes for the pulp friction. However, Moxley catches him, and he hits first the regular DDT he did when he was Ambrose, and then he holds on to it. He lifts him up for the Death Rider DDT, drills him to the ground. 1, 2, 3. John Moxley still your U.S. champion. However, things got crazy after that. As Moxley celebrates in the ring, someone comes out. It's Minoru Suzuki. He gets a huge reaction. This guy is fucking scary, man. Who the hell would want to fight Suzuki? They have a stare down. Moxley's excited. I think Moxley really wanted to work with Suzuki. Yeah, I want to see this match. I want to see a bloody, vicious, violent match. I can't wait for that. Suzuki goes after Moxley. They brawl. Suzuki gets him in a rear naked choke, and then he hits like a big God-style pile driver, takes him down, destroys Moxley, cuts a promo, and he wants to face him, and we will see Moxley and Suzuki soon, hopefully. I can't wait for that. Next, you go to the Never Openweight Championship. You had Kenta defending against Hiroki Goto. So Goto and Kenta, this match, I wasn't too high on this. Like of all the matches, all the big matches on the show, this was not necessarily what I look forward to a lot. This was fine. It was okay. I thought the previous two matches were very hard to follow. I thought the Moxley match was a brawl, and I thought the Sabre match was such like a chess match. It was really entertaining to watch. So it was a bit hard to follow. I think the previous two matches were far better than this, but I thought this was fine. Goto and Kenta fight a little bit early on the entrance ramp. Kenta does well here. Goto, he got some offense a lot early on, but Kenta starts to come back. He hits the go to sleep later in the match. But what happens is Goto goes for a kick. Kenta catches it. He slaps the hell out of him. Goto fires back, and they're fighting back and forth with brutal stiff shots. This is like, it tries to be a Kenta match, but it's not one of his classic Noah matches. Goto catches him with the DVD art into an elbow as he crashes down, but Kenta gets up. Then Goto hits the GTR onto Kenta. He gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. Hiroki Goto is your new Never Openweight champion. This was a hell of a war. This was one of the better matches they've had. Kenta was very good here, and I felt like the previous two matches had my interest a lot more, though. I thought this was just a good match. I didn't love it, though. Next, you had the match I wasn't necessarily looking forward to, and I really fucking thought this was great. I thought this was fantastic. This was Kota Ibushi against Jay White. Because going into it means nothing. Both of them lost. They both lost the night before. Kota Ibushi lost cleanly to Kazuchika Okada in the main event, and Jay White lost the Intercontinental title to Tetsuya Naito. So going into this match, I was thinking to myself, does this really matter? Why do you even need to do this? Is this just trying to get them 2 paychecks? Do you even need to do this? I thought this was great. They told a great story of Kota Ibushi. I feel like Kota Ibushi's going to get a major push. I think they're setting him up for a big run soon. Not now. Doesn't have to happen now, but I think maybe in a year or 2 years he's going to get the big main event win. However, he's been devastated this weekend. I'm sure Kenny's crying that his friend's so hurt. Anyway, this was great. This was fantastic. I thought they had a vicious spot early on when Jay White sends Kota off the apron into he goes ribs first with no protection into the barricade, which looked painful as fuck. White's trash talking him. He slams him through a table. He is killing Kota Ibushi, and Ibushi is trying to fight back, but eventually he does the thing where he no-sells. He fights him. He hits a cradle tombstone, which was cool. There were some stiff shots. They beat each other up here. This is a lot of fun to watch. White basically starts to get his ass kicked, and what happens is Geto, he gets concerned, so he interferes in the match, and the referee is knocked out early in the match. Geto gets a brass knocks. He's about to hit Ibushi. However, Ibushi stops him. He gives Geto an awesome heart punch. When Geto saw it like he died, I thought that was fucking hilarious. And then White, however, grabs a chair and he beats him down with the steel chair. And the part where it started to end was after that, he gets beaten with the chair. Geto grabs the brass knocks. This happens after the ref actually... No, sorry, there was a spot where Bushi was going to beat White cleanly. However, Geto threw the ref out again. And then that's where Geto would get hit with the chair. He'd go after... Bushi would go after Geto again. However, White hit him with the chair. And then Ghetto nails him with the brass knucks, and a Blade Runner puts Kota Ibushi away 1, 2, 3. Jay White with the win here. Some people don't like him. I'm not a huge fan of Jay White, but he beats Kota Ibushi, beats him heel way. They protected Kota, but Kota has 2 devastating losses. They get Jay White heel heat. I don't think this match really meant too much, but I thought this was really good for Kota Ibushi's heel character, even though there wasn't too much on stake in this match. I thought, Jay White's heel character and Kota Ibushi's babyface character. I think Kota Ibushi has a bright future. Jay White with the win. He's a big heel now, and bad loss for Kota. I'm sure they can tell an amazing redemption story. Next, we go to the co-main event, and this was Hiroshi Tanahashi against Chris Jericho. And if this match, the stipulation was that if Tanahashi defeats Jericho, he will get an AEW title shot. And, well, that did not happen. I was fully expecting Tanahashi to win. I thought he should have beaten Jericho for sure. That did not happen. So we had some big entrances. They had a long video package in which Tanahashi was kind of making fun of Jericho. And Tanahashi has a big entrance, which was cool. He gets the star entrance. Okada got it last night, but Tanahashi gets the big one. And Jericho comes out with his big entrance too. He has the AEW belt with him. He gets a pop. Jericho here, I have to admit, he's fat. Yeah, he doesn't look. He looks so out of shape. Looks like he's a drunk, beer belly old man. That's true. So yeah, it is what it is. When you had this match, I think people really want to see Tanahashi win because I want to see Tanahashi go to AEW and face Jericho in a big match. We're not going to see that now. I don't know what AEW's relationship is with New Japan, but I don't think it's that. I don't think they have a deal. I was assuming we'd get something a bit more, but I guess that's it. For Jericho, I assume he stays in New Japan and does more work there, and they're not going to let him beat Tanahashi in the Tokyo Dome and just leave. So I assume he has signed a longer deal, extended deal with them. But Jericho, here when he comes here in this match, Tanahashi's there, and they start off slow. They did something in which I was thinking to myself, what are they going to... I know the kind of match Jericho has. He has good matches still. But I was thinking to myself, what is the limit they can go here? And they did very well. I thought the match was a very good matchup here. What you had was Jericho... He put Tanahashi on top of the announce table early in the match, hits a DDT, and this changed the match because we had no commentary for about 5 minutes. I thought that was great. I thought the match was better without the commentary. Commentary sucks. I hate these the English announcers they choose. They're so annoying. They make so many loud noises. It's infuriating to listen to them. I thought when they took them out for a while, the show got at its best, and I enjoyed just watching them wrestle. Tanahashi is the babyface for sure here, and he does a funny face in the match. And the crowd loves Tanahashi. I'd rather just listen to the crowd react to it. Jericho and Tanahashi fight, but Jericho is what he does. He puts the referee into the way when Tanahashi goes for a stinger splash, and there is your your second consecutive match with the rough bump. They have a match in which Jericho starts to really control Tanahashi. He dominates for a while. He looks like, all right, Jericho is probably going to lose at the end because he's getting a lot of offense, but it does not happen. He hits a lion salt, but what happens is Tanahashi kicks out. He goes for another one, but Tanahashi he first hit the lion salt. Tanahashi threw him outside of the floor when he did it, and then Tanahashi does a top body press onto the floor. Crowd went crazy for that. Jericho's almost counted out, but he makes it to the ring at 19. Tanahashi gets a dragon screw leg whip into the ropes, but Jericho survives again. Tanahashi is beating him up here. Jericho, however, he hits a lion salt onto Tanahashi. He only gets a 2 count. Then, once he gets into the lion tamer, this is where the match nearly comes to an end. He gets him in it for a while. Tanahashi is in there forever, but however, he gets his way out when he gets a sling blade onto Jericho. However, he goes to the top rope and he gets hit with the code breaker. He kicks out. Jericho, Eventually, Jericho gets caught with a code breaker from Tanahashi, and then Tanahashi goes for a sling blade, but he gets caught with another lion tamer. Jericho went for another lion tamer, and Tanahashi blocked and hit another sling blade for a 2 count. I thought that was going to be it. They go back and forth, but Jericho is finally able to get the lion tamer again. He hits it in the middle of the ring, and basically he puts his knee onto Tanahashi's head. This is like the WCW version where he like snapped you in half. Jericho gets in deep, and Tanahashi taps out to Chris Jericho. Shock. I know. I was not expecting that. Tanahashi taps out. Jericho wins. He beats him cleanly in the middle of the ring. No title match for AEW. I want to see that. That's why I was mad. Like, I wanted to see the title match in AEW. We're not going to get it. But Jericho beats him, and he'll continue to work for New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW at the same time. Him and Mox are both going to stick around for sure. Very good matchup here in Jericho. I want Tanahashi win because I want to see the match in AEW, but we're not going to get that. They announced 30,000 for the fans. It's 70,000 over 2 days. That's definitely a success. Main event time. So it's a unification match. The IWGP champion Kazuchika Okada defends his title against the IWGP International champion Tetsuya Naito, who's also defending his title. Title versus title main event. Okada Naito 3. Okada beat him in 2014 in the co-main event for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and then he beat him 4 years later in 2018 to retain the title in the main event. He beat him. Everyone thought Naito was going to win. Here, it was obvious Naito had to win or else he's done. This was a fantastic matchup. I absolutely loved it. I'm not sure if I liked it better than Omega Ibushi or Okada Ibushi the night before, but it was up there. This was fantastic. I thought this was a thriller. I thought this was really exciting. You thought, okay, I knew in the match, Naito has to win this. Like, you can't have Naito lose or else he's screwed, because that's 3 major losses on at Wrestle Kingdom. You have a 4th match with Okada, he can't come back. What you had here was a match where Naito had to win, but I mean, they could have Okada win. The response, oh my God, are they actually have Okada win? And the fans are purely behind Naito. They don't hate Okada, but they're 100% behind Tetsuya Naito here. Naito and Okada fight for a while. They start off slow, so you know they're going to go on for a very long time. There was a cool, I love the shotgun dropkick by Okada. It's the best dropkick you'll ever see. They had Okada work on Naito's knee. He chop blocked his knee, and then he takes him into the table where there's an announce table, and he basically picks up and elevates him, and he drops the knee first into the table, and it looked like for a second Naito was going to be counted out. He sold as best as he possibly could. He got to 19 and like 3 quarters, and he jumps into the ring, so he survives. That was a great spot there. You had Okada come off the top rope with a big missile drop kick, which looked really great. Okada's an amazing athlete. Naito, however, gets a high angle Gloria onto Okada, but he kicks out. He hits a top rolls reverse run, and then they start hitting each other with some big moves going back and forth. Naito got the Destino, but Okada kicked out at the last second. There were some big forearms hitting each other back and forth, and they're so exhausted. They're just hitting sort of everything they can get. Naito, it looked like for sure he was going to win. He went for the Destino again, but Okada reversed it, and he hits a tombstone. Okada gets another beautiful drop kick. They each fight to recover. They're both exhausted now. They battered each other with punches and forearms while they're exhausted, and they're just doing it on their knees. Finally, they make it back to their feet, where it continues to go on for a while. Okada goes for the Rainmaker, but Naito slaps him in the face, which was great. Okada rebounded with a big Rainmaker. He just did a spinning one. It looked like that was it. He picks him up. He goes for another, but Naito ducked it and went for a Destino. Okada, however, turned it into another tombstone, and he nailed a Rainmaker. But again, Naito kicked out. That was the best part. After the tombstone, oh shit, Rainmaker, oh, it's over. He's not getting out. Naito kicks out. Insane reaction. I thought, oh shit, that could be it. He gets up. Wow. I thought that was it. Even though I knew Naito was like, all right, Okada's going to win this thing. Okada goes for another tombstone, but Naito slips from behind him, and then he gets hit with it again. He spits in Okada's face. Okada snapped him with his knee, and he starts to beat down Naito's knee again, smashing his knee into the ground, like throwing it, beats him up. He works over Naito, and then he hits a series of Rainmakers. However, all of a sudden, he hits the Rainmakers. He's about to hit another one, like the knockout one, third one. But Naito gets the Destino out of nowhere. However, Okada kicks. Oh shit! Okada kicked out of a fucking Destino. Oh man, that was the second one Okada kicks out of. Naito then goes to the ropes, and this is exactly what they did 2 years ago with the Stardust pressed off the top rope. However, he hits it. He hits the Stardust pressed. Okada kicks up right at the last second. Oh my god, I thought the match was over. I thought the match, that was it. Now is Okada going to win? They get back to their feet. Naito goes for a Destino. Okada tries to hit a Rainmaker. However, finally, Naito gets a Destino. He gets it. He gets a third Destino onto Okada. 1, 2, 3. Tetsuya Naito is your new IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He beats Kazuchika Okada at Wrestle Kingdom. He finally does it. He is the first double champion in New Japan history, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion and the IWGP Intercontinental title. He wins the Intercontinental title the night before. Last night on the 4th, that's when he beat Jay White, and then the following day on the 5th, he wins the IWGP Heavyweight Championship from Okada, so double champion. He wins in a fantastic match. They showed Okada walk out of the ring exhausted, and Naito thanks the crowd. He says, main eventing the Tokyo Dome feels great. This is the English translation. He asks Okada to do this one more time in the feature, and Okada smiles. This was an amazing moment. Naito finally climbs the mountain. After all that years, he failed. He lost twice to Okada. Naito finally breaks through the glass ring, defeats Kazuchika Okada in the main event. What is a double champion? All is good in the world, and then Kenta comes out when he destroys him. Kenta beats the shit out of Naito. He hits him with the GTS, and what he does is he sits on top of him and he holds both belts, which looked awkward, and he mocks him, and Kenta walks to the back, and then Naito is he's laid out. The crowd boos him. They showed Bushi helping Naito to the back. Naito collapsed there, but he was able to get back up, and it was a good heel moment. I thought they could have had Naito just celebrate, do this on New Year's Dash. Why I need to do it here? But anyway, Naito's still champion. Still a great moment. We have a new champion, and his name's Tetsuya Naito, and we'll see what they go from here. I thought this was a fantastic show. Both shows were great. They were both amazing. I thought you could go either one. I'd say maybe this. I think the first one was slightly better, but the second one was very good too. So both of them were fantastic shows. Recommend watching them both. And I love that. I like the two-show platform a little bit better, to be honest. The one-show platform, it's more prestige, but in terms of match quality, you get a lot more time for 2 nights. And also with 2 nights, you're not exhausted. When you watch it all in one time, you're just so tired. This time, you weren't necessarily as exhausted. I thought this was a fantastic show. As a whole show, was great. And each show separately both of them are great too. So loved Wrestle Kingdom 14. Fantastic show.